We're going to tell you exactly why you cannot find your husband or your wife. And we're going to show you how to do it. Rich, why can't I find my husband or my wife? Well, bad example because I'm married, but why can't people find their husbands or their wives?
You're starting with this one.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
That's what we're starting
All
with
right.
today.
All right. Well,
some people are like, "Oh my gosh, I was not ready to jump right into this topic."
No.
Well, you clicked on it, so surely you had to expect something like this, right?
Exactly. And it's a great subject.
Yeah, it is.
I'm just joking around. I love this subject.
It's one of the most exciting subjects out there.
It is. It is. And it's one that people are looking for.
Yes, exactly.
You're looking for that. So probably the answer I'm going to give you is not one that you're going to expect, but I think it's a timing issue. It's all about timing. I truly believe that, because there's a place and a time for everything, and something as significant as this.
Probably one of the most significant moments that can happen in your life is
probably has a great effect on your life.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
So timing, right? Timing is an issue. And I believe that everything has the time. And so if you get out too far out in front, if you lag behind,
too early, too late. Yep.
The right one. I believe in the right one. I know not everybody does. I believe in the right one, and there could be more than one. I get that, but I believe in the right one for the right time. So it's a timing issue of where you're at in life, what your needs are in life, and where that other person's at in life.
So we always talk about control the controllables, control what you can control. Now, in a relationship, it is a lot different. I shouldn't say a lot. It's definitely different than getting, like, if you want to become a bodybuilder or get in shape or lose weight or whatever, you control all the factors there. There's only one person and one variable, and that's you. In relationship, you control half of the factors, maybe more, but you can't control when that other person's going to be ready. But what can I do in the meantime? What can I control about this? Because I know I can't control the timing necessarily, but I know there's things I can control.
Yeah, and you asked me a great question earlier before we came on. What do you do while you're waiting? And what a powerful question that is. I love good questions, because most people, first of all, let's face it, we don't like to wait.
No.
That's why we get fast food, fast this, fast that, except for on our show, we don't do fast food, right?
Yeah.
But anyways, what do you do while you're waiting? Well, I'm going to say the same thing I say over and over and over again, is you become the best version of you. You work on you. Instead of looking and wondering where that other person is, they're out there.
Yep.
It's just a matter of time. You're going to connect with them in time. But once going back to timing, are you right? Are you in the right place for that right person?
Wow.
So in the waiting, Joey, I would say this: develop you. Develop everything you want to be for the person that's going to show up for you. They will show up. Like I said, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear.
Yep.
So you want to work on you. What type of you do you want to bring into a relationship?
What you just said about the student and the teacher, elaborate on that a little bit. You said when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Why is that?
Because all of us want change. All of us want to find the right person. All of us want to be in the right job. That's what we deal with on this podcast over and over again. But the truth of the matter is, sometimes we're not the right person. We're not in the right job. We're not at the right place. So when we become ready for correction, instruction, motivation, when we become ready for change in our own life that makes us the person that we were created to be, then the person that was created for us appears.
Yeah, so it's like they might have been there. That teacher might have been waiting, or that spouse might have been waiting, but you weren't it yet. You weren't ready yet. So you couldn't see it. You couldn't have it. You couldn't perceive it. That's powerful. That's really powerful stuff. So we can control us becoming the best versions of ourselves while we're waiting. And naturally, we'll attract the people that are attracted to who we are. You attract, it's kind of crazy, but you magnetize people who are magnetized to you, which sounds so simple. But right now, you're magnetizing people who are magnetized to you as you stand now. And if you're not magnetizing the people you want to be magnetizing to you, you have to actually change yourself. And then you'll magnetize people who are magnetized to you just at a different level.
Absolutely.
So how can we identify who we want to magnetize? How can we identify the type of person, the type of relationship that we want to attract? How can we determine what to be working on? Should I be working on my fitness, my bank account, my communication skills, all of it? What do I want to work on?
Yes. Yes, because you want to work on all of it because you want all of it. You want a person that...
It was kind of a trick question.
It was.
But
you want a person that values physical fitness.
Yep.
You want a person that values stewardship, money, prosperity, blessings. You want whatever you want, become. And so as you work at that and as you value that, we say this over and over again. It's one of our principles. What are your non-negotiable values?
Yeah. What are your non-negotiable values? Yep.
So look at those non-negotiable values and how do you want to partner? How do you want to team together? It doesn't mean that you're, going to be exactly the same. That's
Right.
uniformity, but there has to be a sense of unity. So in unity, there's values that are similar.
Yep, absolutely. And a lot of the values that that's what the 5 ideas are. That's what this whole method, this whole system is about. Is there are 5 key areas of life that everyone does agree upon.
Mm-hmm.
Relationships,
Mm-hmm.
money, health and fitness, faith and spirituality, and purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I said agree upon, and you're probably like, not everybody agrees upon the same faith. No, they don't agree upon the same faith, but they do agree that something is larger.
They agree that there's something in life that is more motivating than just what they see, feel, touch, and
Exactly.
experience.
And everybody, no matter what they tell you, would prefer not to be broke.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, no matter what they tell you, would prefer not to be unhealthy.
Mm-hmm.
So are you going to like different things? Are you going to be introvert, extrovert, communicate different ways? Yeah, there's those minutia items, but the key areas of life, those are the things you need to work on. You need to work on your finances because you don't want somebody who's necessarily broke. You don't want somebody who's unhealthy necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want somebody who doesn't have any faith or belief system. They just think everything's random and chaotic, and so their life is random and chaotic. And you don't want somebody without purpose.
Yeah.
And you don't want someone who doesn't know how to be in a relationship.
Yeah,
you know?
and go figure, real life situation.
Yeah.
Because, as people who follow us know, I've been doing this coaching thing for a long time, more than 35 years. What's really, really amazing when we talk about finding the right person or finding the person? Many, many people that have found the right person, they found them when they stopped looking.
Yep. Agreed. That's how it happened with me. Yeah.
It was almost like as soon as they stopped looking and instead of focusing outward, they started focusing inward.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm talking about.
That's all you can control.
How do you find the right person? You focus inwardly. You begin to look at what you want to become. And then when you become that, you attract that.
It's powerful. So that's it. I mean, that's the whole episode.
Well, it is, but just in case somebody's out there going, okay, wait a minute. Okay, I want to throw one more thing out.
Let's do it.
Okay, is that good?
Yeah. We're here to learn.
Even though I say to you, just stop looking or whatever, just focus inwardly. But there's also a principle, and it sounds like I'm contradicting myself, and maybe I am, but let's just go with it. Too often, we're looking in the wrong place. Okay, so we're looking in the wrong place, and I think how I could bring these two together and complement these two is as you're working on yourself, look for the things that you're working on in yourself. And because you're right there, you're working on it. You're saying, okay, you know what? I want to be a compassionate person. I value compassion. Well, if you're if you're hanging out with, potential people and they lack compassion, you're probably wasting your time.
Yeah,
Because
that's why.
compassion's important to you.
I was actually, when I met my wife, we were both going to college, so we'd see each other a lot at school. We both went to the same church. We'd see each other a lot at the church. We both had similar work schedules. We both, we would run into each other at I remember seeing her one time eating ice cream on her way to an event that I was also going to, and we were right next to each other. We weren't even dating yet, but I'm like, or maybe we were dating, but it was just right at the beginning of our relationship. I'm like, man, we're going in the same direction all the time. And it's funny how it works. The more time you spend with somebody, your relationship develops. And if you're doing a bunch of the same things, you're naturally going to spend more time with them no matter what. That's how people often meet. And they're like, that's why a lot of relationships happen at work. They're working together. They're doing the same thing. They're on a lot of the same paths. And that's how relationships work. So if you're just sitting around at home all the time by yourself, the chances of you finding somebody is very, very, very low. It's just low because there's nobody there,
That's right.
Maybe I'm preaching, but I don't know. Yeah.
No, I totally agree with that. And
Yeah.
I just, I conclude with that, become the person that you want to be. Look for the person.
And be
of
in
the
the
things that
arena where
in the arena.
Yeah.
Where there's going to be people that you value.
Yeah.
And that's not even for, that's not only for just a relationship.
Like husband, wife.
Husband, wife. That's for your friends.
Yep.
What arena are you hanging out with people in?
So number one, you have to identify who you want to become.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, you have to be in the arena where those people are that you want to become. And you'll naturally meet people. And you may find your husband or wife in that arena.
Yeah.
It's where a lot of them happen. Yeah.
It's going to happen.
Yep.
It's going to happen. It's just a matter of time.
Matter of timing. With that, we thank you so much for joining us on this episode of 5 Ideas. And we actually just released a course that walks through all of the 5 key areas of life and all the 5 principles so that you can become the best version of yourself in all 5 areas. If you're interested in learning more about that, we've got a short video that talks all about it completely free, and it'll tell you every single thing that's in the course. Check it out, and we can't wait to see you on the next episode of 5 Ideas.